Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful morning it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. It is Sunshine's Corner. And get this, you know what it's all about. It's the first Tuesday of the month, and we've got so much to talk about it. It is our Talk About It Tuesday. And what we've got to talk about today is absolutely fantastic. We've got Bella Magazine in with me today, because when I say this is a magazine that every single person needs to have in their hands, so make sure you go through page by page. And what an uplifting experience it's going to be when you take that magazine. And today, we're going to talk about women going solo. You're going to wonder where I'm going, right? Pick up the magazine and hear this today, and you'll understand more. But I want to welcome in today, we've got two of my favorite people here with me. We've got, oh wow, my girl.
Hello.
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And Cindy, this is your first time.
It is my first time.
But it won't be your last.
Right.
Well, girls, I tell you, it's raining, but that's
gosh.
okay. We're going to bring the sunshine today.
I love
Yes.
it.
You know, we're going to bring the sunshine because we got so much to talk about with the magazine. And the cover, the story, there you go. Show that cover. There it is.
I love it. Isn't that beautiful?
It is so beautiful.
Dreaming of travel.
Yes.
And it just
That's
screams
me.
that.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And
do.
I know. Look, she's been practicing. She's got so much to share. I'm sure she's ready,
know,
right?
I
There's no
know.
doubt in my mind. But let's talk about, even with the magazine, I'd like to get the viewers in tune to what we're going for today, because Bella Magazine is a women's magazine. It's for women.
Yep.
But we do want the guys to read it because you'll learn some things. But you know, with you, your first time being here with me, tell me what Bella does for you. How it's just inspiring to you.
What's inspiring to me is, well, this particular story was about solo travel,
Right.
and I had an opportunity to do solo traveling, so I could tell my story.
Oh, wow.
But most of the time, I'm telling other people's stories.
Exactly.
I get to tell stories about people, their lives, whether it's a profile on a woman who's got a business,
Right.
whether it's recipes
Exactly.
for delicious cocktails or from our favorite
Exactly.
restaurants.
Exactly.
I love to tell stories and spread information that empowers women.
That's right. And you see, I love it when you said that powerful women, because that's what we are, all powerful women. Because I think, and I strongly believe this, that women are so multitaskers.
Yes.
We can do so many things and be successful at them all.
Right.
Because when you give it to a woman, not taking anything away from you guys, but that's just our nature, because you think about it, a mother, a wife, a businesswoman, we tackle all of that every single day.
We do.
And now we're sharing it with you in so many other aspects with the magazine. And Kelly, I can see that smile on your face. I mean, I just love it when you talk about Bella, because you know, everybody, this is I love to say she's the proprietor. And with this issue that's coming out, let's share your thoughts on that today.
I love this. Well, I always love a travel issue.
Exactly.
I love to travel.
Right.
But travel solo has come to mean something additional to me in the last couple of years. Because my husband passed away last year, and I went on a solo trip myself last year.
Awesome.
And it was an amazing journey, and I think it's something everybody should do, man or woman.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, you just
I
learn
agree
so much
totally.
about yourself.
You do.
What makes most women stand out? What do you think? Well, you know, we're women, and we're talking about even out traveling solo. And when I've read that, I said, okay, I've never gone anywhere alone. I got a friend with me. Well, I used to be married, but I've never taken that trip alone. And it's inspired me to go ahead and do that. And for women, have you gone on a solo trip by yourself? I mean, I think that can be a part where you can reconnect with you.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It is a total reconnection with yourself, or maybe learning something new about yourself. Not
Exactly.
even connecting something inside, but something new.
Exactly. I mean, because I think about that, because I'm like, come on, girlfriend, let's go do this. But when you're there, you've got this time where you can really, I think, reintroduce yourself to yourself, and not relying on that other person for that fun part of that transformation that you're trying to get.
Or worrying about accommodating somebody
Exactly.
else.
Right.
Because most women are really good about being collaborative, and girls' trips are so much fun,
Yeah.
and we all just kind of go with the flow and pick different things to do. But when you're by yourself, you don't have to make those compromises or accommodations.
Exactly.
And kind of
One
figure out
thing
just
that-
what you want to do.
One thing that I felt when I was planning my solo journey was I can walk at my own pace. Okay?
Good job.
If you've been with another person, whether it's a group of women or with a partner, do you find yourself like following their pace? What about following your own pace, finding your own speed? Whether you want to just party and have a great time, whether you want to relax and read a book, you can find your own pace. And I thought that was just very, very different for me, because I've been single for myself for a couple years.
Right.
And I had never traveled solo. So I thought, I'm going to be able to do, not only plan the trip myself, but make changes throughout the journey on my own and not have to ask anybody.
Oh, I love that part.
You know, I mean, really,
exactly.
not have to ask anybody.
But you know, you said something I had never thought about. When you take this journey,
Yes.
it's part of your journey, and you're out and you're taking this solo trip. So I would say that to anybody. Even if you have that significant other, we need to go that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To keep I think, that even with you have a partner, it's good to go your separate ways for a minute.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this is where the solo trip come in.
Yeah.
Okay, you go do your thing. I need to go do this so I can get back in touch with me. But I'm talking about ladies now, and I want to say this. When I was asking about the difference or the in touch with women, what is it about the women in Escambia and Santa Rosa County, because this is where the magazine reaches, right? That we are trying to convey this powerful message. What is it that we think that the women here in those two counties, they are grasping from this magazine monthly? Just give me, you know, because you get so many people that talk about it. We've had people call to say, oh, I wait for the magazine, or just to see what the topics are that's going to be covered, because it's such a powerful force.
I think it's inspiration.
I agree.
I think it's inspiration of all different types. You know,
Right.
this month maybe it's inspiration to travel. Other months it's inspiration to check out a new nonprofit or try a new job. But I think at the core and what we're going for is to inspire.
Absolutely.
Last month, I wrote an article on retiring early, women retiring early, and how to make that decision. Maybe different things that you might be wrestling with or thinking about. You're like, is that for me or not? Well, then you read an article about someone who's had that experience, whatever kind of experience, whether it's retirement or, like you said, travel, whatever it might be. You see that other people have stepped out there and tried that, so maybe you try it yourself.
Exactly. And you know what else I'm seeing now? Everybody just think, okay, I'm just going on to take a vacation. No, we're not talking about just taking a vacation.
Right.
There's so many dots that you can connect by solo traveling. There's so many things that you can connect by that. Don't just think of it as I'm going to take a vacation. Even when you're reading a book, there's this solace time that you're having with yourself. You don't know. Even do I want to make that decision if I want to retire early? So many ways that this is a way that we can connect with each other. And I believe in staying in tune with yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, to stay in tune with you, because there's no noise. You've got this time where you can really connect with you. And I think that's so important with everybody. Don't lose your identity.
Well, one of the things I did when I did a little research for the story, I knew my whys, why I wanted to solo travel. But I did a little research, and I remember a blogger, a woman, I think her name was Janice Baugh, wrote for like travelsolo.com or something like that. But she did some research and asked women why they wanted to travel solo. Individualism. That was one of the main reasons. They wanted to find a sense of just doing something individually and not having to be part of a group. So most women, they said when they asked them, why do you want to travel? Because I can. Okay? Because I can.
love it because I can.
Why do you want to do this? You know, right? Because I can.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you today. Why do you want to travel solo? Have you thought about it? One of those Arsenio moments. Never thought about it that way. But you can be a part of this conversation at 850-432-7768. You can call or text, because it's all about you. And that's what this magazine does. Not only with the inspiration, there are so many different aspects in this magazine that is powerful. And the fact that we get to share it with them, and I love it, Kelly, because the magazine, I mean, this is when you touch the pages of that magazine, a young lady said that worked here. She said her father said, oh, you're talking about that nice magazine even when you touch the pages.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I think that was Addie that said that to me. She said that one of her parents said, oh, the magazine that even when you touch it. It's the quality in the pages.
Feel good all the way, right?
Yes, but just think about that, because I think
notice
that You know, they
Because
know
it's intentional, you know.
Exactly. Well, they do, and he called it that magazine with the pages. And I thought that was so cute. But the fact of it is, with the stories, a lot of people wonder how is it that we get the stories, and I know that I've been to those powwows. Oh wow! And then the time that's put into it, it tells everybody that's in that room the care about what goes into the publication of this magazine.
Yes.
And that should really speak volumes about you. Don't
Well,
you
we
think?
always try to remember what's the story, not just, oh, she's got a big job, or beautiful, or this or that. It's what's the story? How does she inspire others, or how will she inspire our readers?
Yeah.
Why
I always
is
look
the-
for the story, and sometimes it's from their own voice. Like you're talking to them and you want to find like that perfect quote. That's their voice. And giving women an opportunity to have a voice, that's part of what I think the magazine's all about.
Absolutely, it is. And you know, I think when we give the women, sometimes women feel like they're not heard.
Exactly.
I'm only being real. Feel like we're not heard. And here is your mouthpiece.
Yes.
So therefore, with the stories that are chosen, I think it speaks in so many different aspects, from just even from what you wear to what you're feeling on that day when I need a cup of coffee, or when I travel solo. The things that I'm connecting with, which is powerful. This is why we encourage everybody to please, when it's something I know that's going to benefit you, I encourage you to get it, because you can stop by the studio. We have to replenish every week.
Yes.
You can get your magazines here. But I want to, I mean, when it comes to, with me, with the magazine, I mean, even with the story, I learned something with the story that I had to write last month. It was something else. What I mean, guardian litem, right? I didn't know it was so deep, and I learned so much about that. And with the activities coming up, like with Breast Cancer Month is in October, I mean, things like that are so powerful. When you choose those stories like that for yourself, how do you feel? I mean, the message, let's say if there's a person that you know with that coming up, because everybody right now, we're focusing on that because it's such a powerful statement.
Yep.
I just went this week because I am working on a story about, for that issue, and I interviewed 2 different women who went through struggling for reconstructive surgery after mastectomies, and they shared their experiences with me, and it's just so powerful.
Exactly.
That they trust us to share their story.
Exactly.
That is the best part.
I think
and
so,
then that they want to encourage other women who've had breast cancer or fearful, that hey, there's light at the end of this, and here's how I came through.
Exactly.
Those kind of stories, I love going out in the community and talking to people and hearing those kinds of powerful,
It does inspire
positive
you.
stories.
Exactly.
You know?
I agree with you 100%. Somebody has a question already. We'll check that out.
Okay,
I want to
good.
talk to somebody. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Oh, doing great, doing great. Yeah, that's one of my heroes, Bella magazine.
Thank you.
I went
You
to
see?
do an MRI, and I don't like MRIs. I went downtown there to do the MRI, and so I'm sitting there waiting for them to call me in, and as I looked on the table right there was Bella magazine. And it is a beautiful magazine, and it holds your attention, even a guy like me. And so it relaxed me. Just looking through Bella, streaming through Bella magazine, page to page, relaxed me for my MRI. So
There you go.
I did better because of the magazine. Plus, Bella made me a small star in Pensacola. I did my first modeling job. One of my first modeling jobs with Bella magazine.
Did you really?
Florida Power and Light. So. But yeah, that's my mag.
great.
That's my mag, Bella.
Yeah.
Bella is a great magazine, and I'm glad we have it in Pensacola.
Thank
you
so much.
so much. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Model, I hear you.
Yeah, they made me a star. A lady stopped me at Home Depot. She said, "Ain't you the man in the magazine?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, that's me."
I love that.
Yeah, it's a great magazine. It really is.
Thank you so much, my dear. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Okay. You too.
All right, bye-bye. I mean, but you see the impact, and you see, this is what we mean by we're not leaving the guys out, because, man, you pick up that magazine as well. Made this guy a star.
And you took the time to call in. That was so nice.
Exactly. I mean, that means something, because even when he says the magazine, when he's sitting there getting ready for his MRI, it's okay, but just reading the magazine, because you never know what it is. Words are powerful. And the words from the magazine helped him as he was preparing, sitting there waiting for his name. So what does he choose to do? To pick up the magazine that says something. And when you go to office, there are millions of them lying there.
Yeah.
But just look at that. I think that speaks volumes. Thank you, Hazem.
And I think having an actual physical magazine that you're reading is way more calming than scrolling on your phone.
Oh God, yes.
That just, you know, we know all the studies and how it can create anxiety. Even if you're reading something great, you're still just scrolling.
Exactly.
And it's just so grounding and calming to sit and read a physical magazine.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Talk About It Tuesday. We want to talk about it with you, 850-432-7768. That's the number you can call or text. And we're going to talk more about going solo traveling right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Come see us at Royal Appliance Outlet. We have refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, beautiful furniture from all of your name brands that you know and trust. Samsung, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and GE, all at discount prices. Come visit us today at 1612 Faith Boulevard. You're gonna love our easy credit to help you bring all your favorite furniture home. Come visit Royal Appliance Outlet.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
And welcome back to Talk About It Tuesday right here with Sunshine's Corner. It is raining on the outside, but you know, we always bring the sunshine. You see all of these great topics we're talking about today. That's got to warm your heart. So, you know, you need to tell everybody when you want to feel that way, all you got to do is tune in to Sunshine's Corner each and every weekday right here on Blab TV. And we're talking with Cindy, and we're talking with, Cindy's got so much to share with us. I just love it. Shit, I mean, Kelly, we got it really smooth today.
I know, she did all the work. She wrote great cover story for this
And
month.
she said, what about we shared? Now, what's the story you want to share we were talking about?
Well, I was saying one of the things you want to think about is there's so many things you can do to plan a trip.
Uh-huh.
And doing your little research, I had some really great advice from friends that said, don't be afraid to go to social media and ask people who are traveling with the group. You know, I flew to Athens and then did a Virgin Voyages cruise. I felt like the cruise would be where I would be on my first solo journey, sort of surrounded by a lot of people and, you know, not just striking out on my own. But one of the little small things is don't overpack. I'm telling you, it really stressed me out. This is one of the things I learned not to do. I had my one bag, and then I had a carry-on and a backpack that I used as my personal. It's way too much. Mm-hmm. So I got there, and I thought I had everything carefully. I'm very much of a planner. Had everything carefully packed. I get to the airport, and it's a pound too heavy. So you know, have you seen those people who have to get out there at the airport and start taking things out? I took out a shoe. I took out a jacket. I stuffed it in that backpack, you know, that I had to haul with me for a 9-hour flight. From Philadelphia to Athens. Well, where I had planned that I would have everything so I'd carefully get to it, every time I had to pull the shoe out and this jacket. So I'm just telling you, you don't need to pack that much. That's just a simple little thing.
We like to be prepared, don't we?
You know what? I can imagine a lady we're getting ready.
Much.
You know, I think I'm going to need this shoe. No, hey, move that shoe, okay?
It was funny, but that's just a simple thing. But I think the other is not to over-plan either. I wanted to see and do so many things. My whole goal was to see the world. I started with Greece, and we had to stop in Bodrum, Turkey, and I wanted to see the world. So I packed every excursion on every day that you could. So I'm on that cruise ship, everybody's relaxing, having a good time.
And you were there.
Go, go, go.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the excursions that I did, and there were, you know, cultural experiences, the historical things I saw. But girl, work yourself some time to relax. You know,
enjoy the solo
enjoy
trip.
it a little bit.
I like having little bits of a trip planned with lots of room in between for seeing what pops up.
But I think that was so cute. So, I had to remove that shoe. Then I had to come back and move that shoe again.
Shoe. You know, I even left a pair of shoes there because I bought things when I got there.
Oh, exactly.
And then I said, I can't bring it all back. I know it's not going to.
But that's a great idea, because if you overpack, then that's going to limit what you can bring back.
And of course, I had to buy something.
You got that right.
Do some shopping.
Try it.
So that's just one of my tips.
Have you been on a trip by yourself? And what did you get from it, Kelly?
I did about 2.5-month trip last summer by myself. I drove from Pensacola to Nova Scotia.
Oh my goodness!
What, you drove?
I drove. Me and my dog.
Awesome.
It was quite a journey. And yeah, you learn a lot about yourself when you have that much quiet time to yourself, nothing but your own inner voice. It's life-changing in a lot of ways.
You weren't afraid to do all that driving by yourself?
No. But I was careful. Like I would, the day before, figure out my route and how much time, and I didn't overdrive in any one day, so I didn't get too tired. I made sure to, if there was an area I wasn't sure about, I'd stay in a hotel. If there was an area I know everything was okay, I might get an Airbnb.
Okay.
So just kind of adjusting some plans based on where you are so that you feel safe.
Oh, wow. I'm testing me as you talk. What would I do? I don't know. I'd probably try to drive, just peek and go, you know, because I'm always doing things. It's been a group, and I'm really thinking about doing this on my own now, because there's so much chatter that I think, and even driving will be a good thing, because I think I need to just have that peace so I can just talk with my inner self. And get some things cleared up in my head, you know?
And you can start with a weekend trip somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, drive to New Orleans or something like that. You don't have to start off with Nova Scotia.
Exactly. That was a drive.
That was me too. I planned the trip, and I decided just to go big and flew to Athens and then went on the cruise. So I had never flown to Europe or in any country overseas by myself. The first day was what worried me the most. Getting on the cruise ship and being surrounded by a lot of people. But that first day in Athens, so what I did is, I told you I went to Facebook and I did some research, and I was looking for someone to transport me from the airport to the hotel, and then wanted to see Athens and tour. So I found a tour company. This is a great little story about how we feel like we're just one solo person traveling, but really we're all a big family out there. I found this man named Giannis Marcus, Greek guy, had a little travel company.
She remembers
Talked to
the
him.
name.
I was just thinking that. I'm like,
she remembers
and
the
his
name.
wife Demetra, and they're like friends to me now, because I contacted him and I said, I'm looking for a transfer. Told him what I was looking for. He said, hey, let me think about a couple things. I'll call you back in the morning. He texted me back in the morning and he said, instead of having me or one of my drivers pick you up from the airport and take you on this tour, I'm going to have my wife do it and my son. I'm not kidding you. And I said, are you kidding me? Seriously? So when I got to the airport, a little nervous, first-time solo traveler, Demetra and her son Michael were there. He's 18 years old. They took me all over Athens, the surrounding area, to the Acropolis, to museums, out to lunch.
That's amazing.
And I was safe and I felt good. And so sometimes we feel like we're alone.
Right.
But really, if you reach out and kind of get connected with, whether it's your travel agent can help you, or whether it's, this was just some recommendations from Facebook friends.
But you know, I think that is so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, the thoughtfulness that came from him.
Yes.
To say, okay, I'll tell you what, my wife and my son are going to be the one that's assisting you.
Yes.
Because of the fact he knew that you were alone.
Right.
You traveled to a place you never began.
Right.
So I mean, so therefore he's making it even more comfortable.
Yep.
And I found that all along the way. so many people are so friendly and accommodating. I think we live too much in fear.
You took the words off my lips.
Amen.
You took the words off my lips.
And just trust. So
I think that's one of the biggest things you learn with solo travel is overcoming that fear. I'm a member of a couple of Facebook groups, and one of them is women solo travelers over 50. And so many women will reach out and say, I want to do this. I want to travel somewhere myself, but I'm afraid. And just hundreds and thousands of women will respond, encouraging, giving suggestions. It's so supportive.
So there is a Facebook
page. His name through a friend, Facebook friend.
There's a link on Facebook?
There are good things on social media.
I never would have thought to go to social media.
Are. Well, it was a well-traveled friend of mine that suggested that. And when she said, I do all my planning through Facebook groups and I connect. So when I traveled with the cruise line, there was a woman that created a group just of us that were on the Greek Globe cruise. So when I got there and I said, well, I'm looking for, one of the excursions I'm looking for was to go on like a sun and swim snorkeling adventure, and that was going to be, you know, me by myself. Well, she said, well, we're going on that one, you can just join us. So it was her son, her adult children, and so we, you know, I met them there in Greece. And just made friends before I even got on the cruise.
Look at all these new friendships that you develop by even by going solo. Look at the new that happened for you. Not the same. It was the new people, new personalities, new adventures. That you got to experience. Even though it was a solo trip, it was not really solo.
Not in a way, and I guess it's your own comfort zone.
Exactly.
If you were seeking solitude, you could find it. First thing I did when I got on the cruise is my travel agent had said, hey, they have a solo meetup the first night before the sail away party. You should go to it. Now, I had friends that said, oh, they're all imagining that I was going to have one of these lifetime movie experiences with romance, with a great romance. And that's not what I was seeking. I really was seeking friendship. So I went to the solo meetup, and I'm a little nervous. Everybody would introduce themselves, and we started a chat group among us. I didn't attend all the things that they planned. They, let's get together for trivia or bingo or whatever, karaoke. But I did meet a really good friend that first night, and she was a woman who had lost her husband to cancer 2 years before. She is recently widowed and decided she was going to travel. She and I are now another friend. We've already gone on one trip together since then, and we have one planned for next year.
Isn't that great?
In fact, she's coming down here to the Gulf Coast in October, and we've got an Airbnb, and we've got a group of girls getting together. So I made a lifetime friend that very first night on the cruise.
That is absolutely
great. Like, get out of your comfort zone.
That's what I've got to do, is get out of this comfort zone that I have.
Women, we have to feel safe. So you go on the cruise, you're in a safe place, and then that allows you to stretch the comfort zone.
Exactly. I need to do that. Because, I think I need that travel by myself so I can get out there and explore and do other things. Because the things that were going through my head, being uncomfortable in some areas because I'm alone. And I see now that
so many women are afraid to even sit and eat alone in a restaurant. It's okay.
Wow.
You can do it.
I'll do that. I'm not afraid of that.
I'm not either. But you can do that.
You are inspiring me today to do something for me, Kelly, that I need to do for me.
Yes.
So that I can stop saying, okay, if I don't have anybody to go with me, fine, I need to take this trip alone. I need to experience other people that I can become even connected with. I think that is great. Somebody else want to talk with us this morning.
Oh, good.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. This is Ardelia.
Good morning, Ardelia.
I recently traveled to Costa Rica.
Really? Did you go alone?
And I traveled with a group. Don't let anybody discourage you from traveling abroad because the people are so nice and kind.
Yes, you'll find that.
My experience was awesome. I broke away from my group I was with and just ventured off by myself. And
did you really?
My experience was really nice.
Oh, good for you.
There's an app on your phone that's a translator that can tell you how to communicate with people. And these people know about all these different things,
Right.
So I'm planning on going by myself once before
I gotta do it. I gotta do it, Adelia. I must do it. I'm gonna plan that trip by myself. I may drive.
Like I said, you can baby step.
Yeah, baby steps.
Even a drive by yourself, you know.
Right. But when you experienced that, did you get scared? I mean, when you were
I was going to ask how you made yourself feel safe breaking away from the group in another country.
How did you make yourself break away? Did you feel safe?
I just told him I was going for a walk. That's all I did. And I just got in the cab with a guy, and he took me around, and he gave me his number. He brought me back to where we were staying, and it was just nice. But most people that would discourage you from doing something is someone who has not done it themselves. Okay?
Yeah.
Exactly. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I tell you, you are the bomb. I'm going to let you know when I take that trip. When I come back on the air, I'm going to be so vibrant and alive.
Like they say, don't be scared. Okay.
Okay, I won't. Thank you, Adelia.
Thank you for sharing that.
Exactly. Right. Thank you. Everybody, we are Talk About It Tuesday. We want to talk about it with you. You see, we're finding out things. Even with Adelia, I never thought she would have gone. I mean, and I know her, okay? That she has taken this trip. Please, do yourself a favor. Learn from what we're talking about. Take on a new experience, and you're going to bring back something even more that you can share. We're going to talk more about going solo in many ways right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
And welcome back to this exciting conversation, or should I say this conversation that's really opening my mind, opening my thought process on things that I should do just for me, you know? And I ask you off camera because I would like to hear, because I see you've taken these long trips, and Kelly, you've driven these long trips. What are some of the top reasons that women come up with why they want to go solo?
I looked at this, when I did a little research, I found this great survey, and it was by a group called the Solo Traveler. And they did a survey, and 80% of the people who responded worldwide to the survey were women. And they said 72% of American women being the top travelers, are traveling solo. And one of the main reasons is not because they don't have anyone to travel with them, but because maybe they have opportunities and some freedom that they hadn't had in the past. A lot of these women are baby boomers, like me.
Okay.
They were born in the 1960s, maybe they're retiring, and they have opportunities to travel. And rather than wait for someone who's not retired, hasn't doesn't have the time to take off work. They're saying, why wait? These are my opportunities. I want to travel, I'm going to do it.
Good point.
So it's about like having those opportunities, and sort of like these are the women who grew up post 1950s traditional women. They've lived in a wave of feminism. They feel empowered. They don't feel like there's a reason not to. So it goes back to that thing we talked earlier about individualism. Instead of waiting for a man, again, we're not bashing men.
No, we're not bashing you at all. We're just going to get away from me for a minute.
Love to travel with men, but they felt the opportunities were there for them, and they're exercising that freedom.
Right. I think that this is just me as you talk, my mind is just rolling. I think even when you're married, when you are there with that person, I think that causes the relationship to blossom even more. If I can just get away from you for a minute.
Yes.
Okay, well, with you day in, day out, 365 days a year, let me go do this time. I'm going this, honey, I'll be back, but I got to go by myself. I think that revitalizes.
I agree.
That love or that affection out of the routine.
So we got to be okay too if our spouse or partner
decides to want to take a trip.
Travel as well.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's got to do something for the guys as well. And I think that will become more of a part that if we do this, even if it's spontaneous, that's going to revitalize what you have. That's going to put another light on it. Say, okay, I'm back now. I've stepped out of that routine for a moment. Because when you're in a relationship or anything like that, you're in a routine.
Yep.
And that routine become, I can do it with my eyes closed.
What are we having for dinner?
Exactly, exactly. And it's this time thing that goes through your thought process. You know what you got to do. But when you step out of that comfort zone and take on a new task, even if it's driving. I'm one that I'll probably tell you I drove a long way, okay, because I like to drive. But to go and take that step to reconnect with you. I keep saying that you're reconnecting with you.
That's the word, reconnect.
Yeah.
Reconnect.
And I think
it is,
getting out of our comfort zone, pushing those limits of discomfort, it's like a muscle.
Yes.
You have to practice and keep doing it. And then I think that benefits us, whether it's work or other aspects of our life.
Right.
You kind of get used to being in a little gray area of discomfort.
It's trusting yourself. Okay, so I'm planning a trip. Is this, can I trust myself to make the right decisions?
Right.
That's hard for a lot of people, to trust themselves.
Do you trust you? Think about it. Do you trust you? That's huge.
The woman that just called in on the phone,
yes,
she trusted herself to make a good decision to go take that little solo trek.
That's right. Absolutely. What are some of the stories that you can remember, even from way back with the magazine, that sticks with you the most from women, about Bella?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's been many years. Was it just of women overcoming this?
I mean, just a story that really stuck with you that from a viewer. I mean, from a reader.
Oh gosh.
Because so many people. I'll bring this up. It does not have to be a woman. I think about the gentleman that called. He was in the doctor's office, but what sticks with him is the fact of what you made him a star. Okay, I mean the fact that just things like that. Because so many people, when you read, and I think that we tend to cover a lot that we're dealing with. And who could say that I could pick this magazine up and there's something that's going to cause my light bulb to go off, and that's going to cause me to be more refreshed?
I will say there's multiple times women that we've interviewed have said, I was so afraid to do this. I was afraid to have my picture taken. I was afraid to tell my story and put myself out there. And they feel so much better after doing it, and they get great response, and it boosts their confidence.
Right.
And I love hearing that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be
I interviewed someone just this past week, and she was hesitant to want to use her name. Do I have to use my name? And I said, well, let's think about that. You're telling your story and you're sharing it with other people. It's okay. You can do it. I know that little. I'll be out there in the public, and people are going to be, learning something new about me. Maybe that's a little nerve-wracking, but in the end, we're sharing our stories. And
exactly. And I think all of our stories, when you think about this, let's just think about how many hands are persons that pick up this magazine. That's going to help somebody. Because there's somebody else that's probably going through or dealt with something just as the person that did not want her name. But that can inspire somebody else when they read the story. you know, that, hey, look, this is not only affecting me or things like that in life, or not only that, I was so afraid to take a test for breast cancer. I'll just use that because there's so many people that has experienced that. They don't go around talking about it every day. But let's say you pick up that magazine, there's something that you're dealing with that you just found out. How that's going to be a powerful moment for you to see I'm not the only one.
Yep.
And that's even with the travel part that we're talking about, that you are really, if I could take out my heart and let you feel what I feel right now because of the things that I have not done, that I know that's important that I should do, and I should not always think that I got to have somebody to go along with me, a friend. Do this for Sonshine.
Well, one thing, like when I mention to people I'm going on this solo travel, I think the first instinct people have is, oh, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Myself. I don't have anybody to travel. Like, it's kind of pitiful.
I like.
But you know, it was one of those things. It was one of those things. I did ask a few people, and as soon as I realized a couple of key people in my life were not able to travel with me, then it became something else. I'm doing it because I want to solo travel, not because I don't have anyone to travel with.
Right.
And there's a difference. Like you're talking about the fact that you may try this.
Right.
It's not about the fact that you couldn't find somebody to travel with.
Exactly.
I want to
do this.
I want to try this. I want to try
alone.
This. Alone.
And life can change in an instant. You never know what's going to happen. Let's not sit around and wait for somebody else, whether it's a friend or partner, to want to do what we want to do.
Right.
That's a great point.
Book the ticket.
Yeah.
Because life is
take the trip.
Like this.
The friend Carol that I met on the cruise, at the first night event, she had been on one travel group trip before that, and this was her first cruise by herself. So she traveled to Ireland. She had lost her husband, and one of the places on his bucket list was to travel to Ireland. She could just be feeling sorry for herself, and I don't have my travel partner anymore. But instead, she went not just for herself, but in his memory as well.
Exactly.
And she got a little tattoo of a shamrock on her leg to remember the trip. And you know, it was empowering. And that group is this one called EF Tours, and it's just launched in the last year. It's another branch of their tours. They've been around since like for 60 years. It's an old travel company, but they just launched a women-only travel opportunity, because that's how big this trend is. It's growing.
Yeah, I found some other groups that have tours for just
women.
Women, and doing.
They're just
trekking
blossoming.
One of the poles, like going ice trekking and all this kind of things, but with a group of women.
So it's not just traveling solo, but it's women traveling solo is the big trend in travel right now.
Do you hear this, ladies? Okay, and as you were speaking, I was going through my thought. I use myself, and I'm very transparent because of the fact that I know me, and I see some things that I need to change to better me. There are levels that I plan to do, but I don't need anybody to walk with me. Do this alone. Take that step, and be that strong woman that I am. And I can do it by myself, and what I'm going to bring back.
And again, like we said, you're not totally alone.
I'm not totally alone because
you can choose that. I mean, I'm sure you can find a trip where you just went by yourself and.
No, I don't want. I mean, I want to be able to meet people. I think the gentleman that helped you is such a story. No, let me think about this.
Oh, the tour guide.
Yeah, the tour guide. Yeah. What I will do is my wife will come along.
It was such a relief to me, and I felt, just like I said, that connection to Athens and to another place in the world that I never expected to feel.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh, wow.
They were so sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a great we are really talking about it this Tuesday. Okay, it's all about solo traveling. Really, it's all about what Bella Magazine is bringing to you. We got this because this is this is our cover story, traveling. We're gonna hold that magazine up there. There it is. And they're gonna put the camera on you in a minute. There you go. And there it is. And you see, what we want you to realize is this, that you can take that step as well. Pick up a magazine. This is why this magazine is so important for the community. This magazine has been around, what, 20 years?
20 years next year.
Wow. 20 years. That speaks volumes within itself. So therefore, that tells you that the stories are really touching, impacting, causing people, really, you know, getting answers that they desire, coming from a woman's point of view.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's and successfully. It is working. And I tell you, Kelly, with the stories that are in the magazines, you go back and you pick up that magazine again, you say, well, let me go read that again. And each time you add a little bit something more when you read that story. After you read
Depending
that
on what's going on in your life, you pick up different pieces. That is a wonderful point.
Exactly. That touches, that connects. And I want you to connect as well. 850-432-7768. I usually give the number more often, but I've been so engulfed in this today, I don't need the number. 850-432-7768. It's Talk About It Tuesday as we learn to travel solo, not just being solo, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly MacLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
I like that. I love that time.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. Of course, it is Talk About It Tuesday with Bella Magazine. And we have Kelly. And I took, Cindy, I love your stories. And you say you got another one to share that when you're going out there traveling, right? The thing that we need to be prepared for.
Right.
And that is?
It seems kind of obvious, but make sure your phone is charged.
Oh, God, yes.
Okay? I'll tell you a little story about what happened to me. So that first day traveling, I had traveled overnight, the flight overnight, got to Athens that morning at 9:15, and let me tell you, I was jet lagged, all right? And I was trying to keep my phone charged on the plane. We're touring all around Athens that day with my little friends. And Michael, the young man, dropped me off at the Acropolis. He said, you get your tickets here, you can go straight on up, spend all the time you want. I'll be waiting down here at the bottom of the hill. But he said, just text me and let me know when you're coming down, so I'll be out here waiting for you. I think we know where this is going. Do you know that I walked all the way up to the Acropolis, the most beautiful view you can see, unimaginable. My phone went dead. Now, I'm standing up there, and I love to take pictures. I couldn't take a single picture up there. So I thought, what am I going to do? One, I need to text him. Two, I have no phone. So I want to take pictures. So I just asked, anybody up here speak English? I need some help. And a couple of people came by, and one man said, what do you need, honey? So I said, my phone has gone out. I need to borrow someone's phone to text my driver. Right. But I also would like somebody to take a picture of me while I'm climbing all the way up here to the Acropolis. Exactly. And so he said, I've got better. He had one of those little charging bricks. Oh, did he really? He got my phone charged to 2%. And I said, okay, take a picture here, take a picture there. Right. I had him take a couple of pictures. So I have 3 pictures from up there. And I was able to make a quick call down to Michael so I could find him at the bottom of the hill.
But you think about that.
But listen, I was just so involved in the day and the traveling. I should have had one of those little charging bricks on me and made sure my phone was fully charged. You are by yourself.
Exactly.
You know,
those little things
but
that you
also don't
need.
be afraid to ask for help.
The kindness of strangers.
The kindness of strangers.
It exists.
They stopped and helped me, and like I said, I have a fabulous couple of photos.
And then the fact, you know, you're a place you don't speak the language.
Right.
And first, is there anybody here that speak English?
Right.
And that was a question that saved your day. What you need, hon?
And the next day, I got on that phone and I Googled, where's the nearest phone store where I can buy one of those good charging bricks?
Right.
My phone just wasn't holding a charge up there. I don't know what was going on. So I hiked over to a store and bought myself that and felt secure the rest of the time. But it's little things like that. You're traveling solo. You're going to make mistakes.
Exactly.
You're going to make mistakes.
Exactly.
You know, don't beat yourself up over it.
No doubt. I mean, but it sounds like it was such an experience.
Yeah.
It was such an
I'll never forget it.
experience. You know what I mean? And
don't you love the parallels with life?
Yes.
Ask for help when you need it.
Yes.
Things are going to go wrong, but it's okay.
Right.
Everything will be all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what traveling solo
And I think
does.
with your personality, I mean, that, you know, we're not afraid to talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm a talker.
We're not afraid. But, you know, just think about this, a person, if they've been this little shy person, oh, my phone is almost dead. I'm in a place I do not know how to speak English. How am I going to get even to the driver?
Right.
Not even to think I can't have my picture.
You're not going to forget about the picture.
No, you're probably like me, because I love, look, take a picture. I've got 2%. No, get this picture.
That's exactly what I do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know, that's those memories.
Yeah.
It's just that way. And I tell you, you have, if I could take and just show you what I'm going to, when I take this trip, I'm going to text you both and say, look, I'm taking this trip solo. I'm going to do it. We've got another call. Oh, I'm going to have another. I'm going to take my phone and have some, have a charger too. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine.
How are you?
I love the show.
Thank you.
And I did it because I could. I haven't flown in 50 years, and I took a flight over the last weekend for my birthday, 75th birthday, and I enjoyed it.
Oh!
Yeah, I love it.
I
That's
love
great.
that. Oh, wow, when I take my trip, I'm going to drive first, okay? No, but thank you. Oh, she hung up. She just wanted us to know she took that trip. But you see, and let me say something else too for our viewers. I appreciate you because I see so many people that I run into when I'm out in the street or out in the community. Oh, I watch the show every day, but I want to call, but I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. Take that step.
Call, tell your story, and hang up.
Yeah, tell your story and hang up. She said, Sonshine, I love the show. I took a trip. I haven't flown in 50 years. Bye. I mean.
I love it. She treated herself for her birthday.
Exactly.
It was my birthday as well. And so I was treating myself for my birthday.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's okay to treat yourself.
It is. Yeah. And this is why I think that I know with Bella Magazine, we touch so many different topics. There's so many areas of life that's in this magazine that intrigues everybody has ever touched that magazine. You got to have it. And this is why we want those who have not had their hands on it, which has got to be very few, if that, to grab a magazine. Yes. There's so many places you can get the magazine, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's all over town.
Over town.
All over town. And get this, free. Quality, free. Great experiences, free. That causes you
fun stories.
That's free.
You think there's nothing in here to interest you, or it's just a fashion magazine?
No, it's not.
I challenge you to pick it up.
Give it a look. We challenge you to pick it up.
Yeah.
And you will be amazed that it's something in that magazine for everybody. And guys, read the magazine. There's some things that may be able to help you with that female partner. Mm-hmm. There are answers there. Yes. There are ways that you can see because there's so many hearts. I think about the story you were talking about when you were talking with the young lady. I don't want to put my name, but no, that could help somebody else.
Right.
Even without the name.
One of the first stories that I wrote was back for the January edition, and it was on freedom from alcohol. A lot of people in the beginning of the year will do like a dry January, and so that's kind of a hard subject to talk about. People don't want to talk about their
we gotta
relationship
do
with
that.
alcohol. But found a couple of people that were willing to talk, and they hopefully inspired others to try something.
Absolutely.
Relationship with alcohol.
We've touched a lot today, and I tell you what, can you believe our time is up?
No.
I can't believe it went by so fast. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, now tell somebody to tell somebody. If you missed it this morning, we're going to share it on our social media. Get to watch it again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. But it's all about Talk About It Tuesday with Bella Magazine. And I cannot thank you, Kelly, enough. Cindy, I can't thank you enough for coming in so we can have this great conversation. And we do this monthly. We're going to have great conversations to share with you to take you to another level. Who's to say what you're going to get next month to get inspired by? But the fact of it is, you need to pick up your magazine today. What's your final words? We got 1 minute and a half. Your final words today.
Book the ticket.
Book the ticket. There you go.
Book the trip.
Yes. And don't overpack.
There you go. You have one shoe and then another shoe you got to leave.
And look, if you can't afford to go on a cruise to Greece, get in the car and just go to Mobile for the weekend.
Exactly.
Or just
exactly.
A night. Go camping. Go anything.
Do something.
Yeah.
Let me say that right. She's telling me hurry up. Okay, we got to go. But ladies and gentlemen, if you can't go to Greece, you can't go to Athens. Okay, fine. Go to Montgomery. Go to Birmingham.
The history.
The history in Montgomery will take you on a ride. Look, I tell you, it's been a fantastic day. We have really talked about some great topics today. It's time for us to leave, but I want to remind you, go out, get your magazine. If you don't know where, stop by the studio. We have them here. Gotta go, but I'll leave it as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus, my friends. Always remember this. If you keep God first in whatever you do, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow, for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Pack that bag and go solo. Guaranteed you're going to love it. Thank you, ladies, for being a guest today. I can't wait till the next one. It's going to be fun. Have a great day.
You too.
Love you guys. We'll see you later.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.